Hello.
Today, this fine night, you are invited to a sleepover with me between these four walls that I live in. And I decided to go through my old art. I don't know how it's gonna go, but I don't really care. Some of it's very edgy, most of it is very edgy. If it's too edgy, I'm just gonna cut the part out because this video might be too long. I'm here to have a good time, not a long time. The first one is already very edgy. It's like this, it's just some doodles. I'm gonna get in here some. It's just me drawing myself as trying to end the line or something, and the one is me drawing very masculine and the other one is like more feminine. This art was probably like a year old or something like that. I'm not gonna read what it has on it, but it's very edgy. Okay, this other one this other one was probably very like, I don't know, like 4 or 3 years ago, when I had this very rational obsession with the Yandere simulator. As we know now, the Yandere dev is not very very popular. Very popular, but not in the ways that should matter. I just drew myself as a normal girl, and there's a version of me as being the Yandere girl. The one who's obsessed with her senpai, and trying to murder everyone. And I remember holding this drawing while being in a PE class, and I don't even know if I was really feeling sick or not, but I know I wasn't doing the squats, baby. I was not doing the squats. Overall, I'd say that I didn't know how to draw legs, and I didn't know how to draw a hair. It was very animated. It's not too bad, and I still can't draw hands. I just, no. Okay, this another piece, this masterpiece. It's a drawing of I think I was trying to be like Tumblr, like, oh my god, I forgot something. How could I sin this so hard? How did I sin so hard? Since it's about past me, that looked very different from now. These were the glasses I wore. Like, these were the first glasses I got in. Okay, this drawing. I'm just gonna put it there. I don't know if they can even fit. I don't know. But I was like, oh my god. I thought I was so clever with this one. I remember learning how to do the ruffles on the skirts, and I just kept on doing them. And even like they're done behind her, which doesn't make sense. They don't ruffle like that. They're almost the same shape. But I was so obsessed. I was like, oh, it's kind of 3D. It's kind of fancy. Like we're doing something. Like she's holding a phone. Her thumb is as long as all of her fingers, basically. And I was like, oh, this hair. And I remember I was so irritated with the pen kind of bleeding, because it wasn't all thin. It would just kind of bleed and leave this like dark dots. But I still didn't know how to draw feet. But I was better at drawing legs. Like, these legs look pretty good, and the socks and all that, except the leg on the right. That thigh looks kind of weird. Maybe I was like 14 drawing this. I thought it was very good. And for some reason, I thought it would be a good idea to outline it with a pencil, and it looked better. I thought it looked better. I don't know. But because I did this, as you may probably also notice, that on the bottom, you can see a username. It's not a random username. It was my username on Movie Star Planet. I don't remember if I still have the account, but I think I still remember it. And I posted that I draw these because I was so proud of it. I had to share it with the world. What an amazing artist I am. And I remember getting comments that these are fake. These are fake.
I have stickers like that.
And I was so mad. I was furious. How could you deny my genius, my art? My art. Come on now. I'm so good. Why you do me like that? Like, I'm gonna fight you in the Movie Star Planet chat. Please don't block me. Another one, we have this it's an edgy one. I think I did this in class. It's kind of ripped. I don't know what the meaning behind it was, but I know I wanted to make something edgy, dark. I was watching probably Sam Gladiator's Yandere High School roleplay, listening to Wolf in Sheep's Clothing. Probably when I drew this, during this emo phase, I was probably 14, I don't know. Maybe younger. I think maybe younger, because at the time, remember, was at my ex's house. My social battery or some shenanigan was down, and I just hid under the chair while him and his friends were playing with fake guns, and they had this orange little thingies that they shoot. And I had my headphones on, or I didn't. I don't even know, but I know I had my phone hidden under the chair, like separate from them. And I listened to the Wolf in Sheep's Clothing and was just silent. I was very emo. I still like that song, but it was just such a funny phase in my life. Now it's funny. But at the time, I was a very sad girl. And I still cringe to that to this day. Okay, this piece is not so old. It's a year old. I remember doing this, and I'm very proud of it. I was like trying to make this design of a goth girl. And I used to follow a lot of, not follow, but I mean, like these pages of a goth style, goth aesthetic, all that. Even though goth it's a music genre. And I was really proud of this, and I still like it. The tattoos, like the flame shoes on them. And I remember I was trying to be very delicate on the work, and the black flamaster marker, I don't know how to call it. I don't care. I'm gonna call it a marker. Was dying, and I was like, no, I have to finish this work. It's so good. Not gonna lie, I still like it. I like the cape that I did. I was trying to do it like you can see through it, and you can see still the fabric behind it. I like the hair, how I did it. I was very like careful with the bangs. I still like it. Okay. This work. I was very proud of this at the moment. And I remembered when I stopped. Basically what happened, I got Copic markers because I was like, oh my god, these are better than like regular markers, flomasters, whatever the frick. And I posted that I'm gonna like finish it and stuff. And I never did. And the reason why I never did is that I just started to draw the dragon, and I didn't like it. I didn't like the texture that it got into. I tried to push it to draw a freaking rainbow that I didn't even clear in. And a deer who looks like a meme. What are those horns? One horn is like in the front and the other is more in the back? That's weird. It doesn't have to look like that. Let's look at those feet. She has only 4 toes and 5 fingers on her hands. I don't know if I did this intentionally, but I did it. It also reminded me that when I was a small child, I would get picked on because I drew like millions of fingers, or like so many fingers. And I was like, that's not the point. That's not the focus of my artwork. This one is actually a finished piece. And I remember doing this in Gravity Falls style because I was once obsessed with Gravity Falls. I was relating to both Dipper and Mabel. I was very torn between the two, and probably still am. I'm not watching the show anymore, but I know it was kind of a big part of my life. It's not that bad. I couldn't draw feet. For God's sake. I couldn't draw feet at all. And I remember when I finished drawing this, I showed this to some kind of girl who had a ceramics club with me. I used to go to ceramics club until I didn't, and I was so proud of it. And I showed her this, and she asked me, "Will you give this to me?" I said, "Damn, no." But of course I didn't say that. I said, no. She was trying to convince me to give this to her. I don't know why, but I was just trying to get away from this girl. I felt very uncomfortable. I was like, no, I'm not gonna give this to you. And I was trying to be as nice as possible. I think this is gonna be for the last one. I still have many drawings and these are so different. But I know this one is, oh my god, I was very extra with this one. This was probably like 6 or 7 years ago. I wrote the freaking time. I was in 5th grade. I was 11 years old and it was for art class. I draw very bad when I need to. And if I'm drawing something because I want to, or I'm making it like for someone else that I very care about, I get a lot of motivation and I just can sit for hours drawing and like so passionately. But when I need to draw something, and this is not a good example because I was of course in 5th grade, but it still counts because sometimes my drawing performance is very bad and I keep people on their toes not to expect all the best from me. We had to draw an animal, our pet, and I drew my cat. It's adorable. Mickey, my cat. And I was so extra. I wrote my name down, my class, my age. That I wrote it in 3 p.m. 42 minutes. And I don't remember how this month is in English. I will not apologize. And it was in 2014. I think that's gonna be enough for today. I think there has been a lot of jumping on ideas. I hope you enjoyed this sleepover of me just talking about myself like a narcissist. That's what you will get. I still have a lot of drawings left and this whole video is just a lot. And you know what? It's okay.